Hi there, welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. Some time ago I was on the internet and I stumbled across an advertisement for a brand new LoopStation made by Boss. It was a new flagship looper called the RC600 and it was due to replace the aging RC300. At that time it had already been out for about 12 years and was one of the best-selling loopers of all time, maybe the best-selling looper of all time. The only other one that was on the horizon was the Headrush looper board, I believe. There was a couple other manufacturers, but those two were at the top of the list of the loop stations. Hardware-based. There's software-based ones where you would use a computer, but that's a different category altogether. Anyway, when that was first announced, I couldn't find any information about it other than the ad that was on Boss's website. And it was on YouTube, Boss's channel once again, but there was very little else to find out. And so I decided I'm going to start a Facebook group right away because it sounded like it was going to be very complicated, very complex. Everyone knows that Boss loves to have hard to figure out menus and text-based interfaces. They don't like icons and screens and whatnot that people could use. LCD touchscreens don't exist in the Boss world. So most of their gear is difficult to figure out. And it comes with a huge book that you might never ever get to read. Anyway, I started a group right away and it was called the Boss RC600 LoopStation group. A lot of you watching this video may be in that group. I'm going to put a link to that group down below. So if you haven't been there, please go and join the group. You'll find out a lot of information. There's a lot of great experts there that have had this machine now in the field for the last year, year and a half. And we've got a lot of the technicalities sorted out, figured out. Usage of it is just off the charts compared to other loop stations. Anyway, if you haven't picked up a loop station yet, Boss RC600 is possibly the most advanced looper that's out there right now. Of course, there's 6 channels of looping. There's 13 and a half hours, I believe, of recording time. There are 9 buttons and 4 knobs, 5 knobs actually, that can be all programmed, altered, and set to do almost anything you want them to do. And with 3 modes of those 9 buttons, you have actually 27 buttons that you can program and set per memory slot. There's also external foot switch inputs and MIDI in and out. So it's a phenomenal amount of programmability. There's a lot of expansion ability, and there's a lot of usage from this one machine, and plenty of things yet to be discovered. Anyway, we started that group about a year and a half ago, and right away we grew to a few hundred members, and as we dug into the documentation, which was all there was available at the time, people started to explore the menus, the parameter guides that were released, and we started to realize this was going to be a pretty seriously advanced machine. Anyway, fast forward to today, a year and a half later, we're coming up on 4,000 members. And I'm so grateful to everybody for joining that group and making it a very successful central core of information for this loop station. A lot of those original members are now experts in that group and can answer a whole array of questions, and most of them are far better loopers than myself, but I am late to the game. Most of those guys have got channels on YouTube already, and I thought, well, why don't I make a channel myself? So I went ahead and started trying to learn how to make videos first off, how to create a channel, create content, how to use the cameras, how to edit everything. I had a lot to learn, and that's why it took me so long to really get started. But here I am. This is my first video that I'm going to be posting. I've already got a few videos made that will follow this one, that will go into some of those functions that I explored first off, and hopefully a lot of you who find this channel can find answers to some of the problems you've been facing. In this channel, I'm going to be talking about features like the bounce function. I'm going to be talking about firmware updates. I'm going to be talking about backing up and restoring your data. I'm going to be talking extensively about routing, the inputs, the effects, the outputs, the tracks. There's so much programmability in this one machine that you could be studying it for a year and still not have any end in sight of how much there is to learn. Anyway, I'm going to get into as much as I possibly can and make videos that hopefully are easy to follow, easy to understand, and hopefully will help a lot of the people out there figure out how to use this machine. It's unlike anything else out there currently on the market. The biggest hurdle I think everyone has is to understand that every button on this machine can be set to do anything you want it to do. Almost anything anyhow. No other machine has that capability. There are 3 different modes, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, and all of the 9 buttons can be configured to do something different on each mode in each memory. 27 buttons altogether with 2 double foot switch inputs and MIDI as well that can operate a whole array of different possibilities. Anyway, this machine has been so complex that it's taken months for many of the people out there to get a handle on how to use it, how to set it up, and how to make it work the way they expect. And in this channel, I'm going to show you what I've learned anyway, and hopefully I can make some videos that are easy to follow, easy to understand, and worth watching. So please hit like and subscribe, and watch a few of the videos that I have currently on my channel, and we will explore this machine together. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.